Hi everyone. We don't have our volunteers here who normally look after cameras as well. So I've got you angled down and let's see if we can film some of what's going on. You know, rescue at the moment is really difficult. We have a lot of cases that are being dumped. We have people who are struggling to look after their animals. And at the same time, we have lots and lots of information, lots and lots of contacts from people where they're wanting to get guinea pigs. But, you know, I really question if it's for the long term, and that's the process we take in finding the right home. So, you know, it's really in a state of flux at the moment, and we're finding it very difficult. But I'm just going to update you on some of the cases. These have all happened within the last week, and some of them within the last 24 hours. And as I actually filmed this, we've got another rescue on its way down from some guinea pigs that have been dumped. So I'll keep you posted. Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Cavy Central Guinea Pig Rescue. We've just arrived back from a late rescue in the day. Someone found a guinea pig, and this little piggy was found on a pavement. Let's see if you can see him. Literally just cut back with him, so I'm trying to show you. So he was found, and we've got the photo of where he was found, just on a pavement. He was able to run and he's able to move quite quickly. He has bite wounds all over his face, and she was able to catch him. She realized he was a guinea pig. She actually had a dog. She was out walking. So she was out walking, and this little one was found. He was near the bus stop. She was able to corner him. She took her dog home, who she was walking when she spotted him. She came back and caught him behind the bus stop. He was covered in ants. His eyes are weeping. He's sore. He's got bite wounds on his face. So something's definitely attacked him. He is a male guinea pig. I've literally just brought him into the basket, and we're going to take a quick look, get him on some immediate antibiotics and go from there. Let's just have a quick look. Little guy, I know you're very frightened. Need to put. I've eaten all the veggies. She had loads of veggies in here. All right, let's have a little look at this. Okay. Oh, he's actually lost weight. He's very dirty. Yeah, he's lost weight. See the folds of skin. He's lost weight. He's very dirty. So, oh, and he has. If we look back here. This looks like typical male fighting with all of the bite marks, which could be why he's been dumped or what the problem has been. He's very underweight. This little guy he's not well. His face, you can see little bite wounds up around the front, but his eyes were watering badly, and this one looks like it's had a bit of an injury. Look, we're getting so many of these cases in. Poor little guy. What we're going to do right now is get him onto immediate ivermectin. We're going to give him some antibiotics because he does have bite wounds, and he also was covered in ants at the time that he was found. So he obviously wasn't feeling very well. An animal that's like this, that has, you know, he has lost considerable weight. If a cat is involved in any way, their teeth are so sharp, it's often very difficult to find perforated areas, but you can see how he's had his little faces. You poor little fellow. Oh, it's very sad. We will get you feeling better, little guy. And his eyes are actually a little bit neurologically displaying different signs, so it's almost like he has had head trauma. But we're going to get him onto an antibiotic, and we're going to let him settle in, and then we'll update you in the morning. You can see how thin he is. Please don't dump these little guinea pigs. Okay, let's get you safe. All right, little guy, I'm going to have this one first. And now look at that little neurological head tilt you've got happening. We're just going to not frighten you too much. There we go. We're going to get you. There we go. Oh, yeah. Good boy. We're just giving him Baytril here. We happen to have it here, which is, I know, it will be suitable for you, little guy. Let's do that. So I've just applied him with the Ivermectin that we need behind the ears. We're going to let him settle. You poor little thing, look how dirty he is. Goodness knows where he's come from, what your story is. If only you could tell us, little guy. Yeah, a little bit worried about his neurological issues there. One eye on one side, without, we might see if the camera can pick it up, but you might see the eye bulge with the white on the left hand side and not on the right. So this is a real neurological issue, and you can see the bite wounds in around his nose. So he's definitely displaying some trauma there, but we're going to let him settle and we will update you again soon. Oh, the people who found him thought he was he's pretty tough to have survived what he did and be found covered in ants, so they called him Bruce Willis. What do you think? Let us know down below. Okay, so with me here is this little guinea pig who sadly was found at the edge of a park near a bus stop. He was actually cornered and caught behind the bus stop. He's underweight, he's very dirty, he's absolutely filthy. I'm just going to give him his first bath now because we have had Ivermectin on him for 2 days. We're just going to see if we can alleviate a little bit of the skin. He also came in with definitely attack marks, probably from a cat, and he needed a course of antibiotics, which he's still on. So at that time he came in, if you've seen the original video, and hopefully we can share that with you, or we've just shared it with you. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. The video shows how badly he was affected with his eyes weeping, his nose, his breathing. He had other injuries. Yeah, he's, 24, what are we now, 48 hours on, he's doing a lot better. So we're going to bath him and see if we can make him feel a bit more. Okay. He's so underweight, this little guy. He really is. So underweight. You can just feel the loose bags of skin on him. Let's get his face a little bit more wet. Yeah, I think we'll take a closer look in a minute. He's very crusty all over his face, which when they have sarcoptic mange mites, they have that crusty feel to them. But he definitely came in with blood and with wounds around his facial area, so it looked very much like he'd been attacked by a cat. The antibiotics have helped enormously in the last 48 hours. Yeah, this is attack wounds. Poor little guy. Okay. Oh dear. Let's make it feel better, hey? Yeah. He knows it's pretty sore. Oh. It'll be alright. Okay, well, silly me. With the filming, you actually missed the middle bit where I shaved back this area, and it has revealed the penetration marks of a cat, which yeah, I can't find it, but it's definitely a perforated, yeah, it's definitely a huge perforated area that is most likely from a cat. He was found in a park covered in ants, and the little bite marks he's got extend in quite a bit, but they're an individual tooth, where a guinea pig bite is quite different. So the perforations of the bite mark he's got are like puncture wounds. So we know that he was bitten by most likely a cat, but he's lucky to survive. He was found in the park, and thankfully a woman walking her dog went back. She took the dog home and then came back to catch him, and then she found us. And he's been in care now just on 48 hours. It's about 30 hours, I think. But he went immediately onto antibiotics. Being covered in ants, we actually saline them, and there's a reason for that. That's because of the potential for eggs to lay fly larvae. So he was given saline onto his wound areas, he was given ivermectin for mites, he was given antibiotics immediately, making sure his hydration and lots of other things were okay. And now we're able to look in more detail at the wound. So we need to pay particular attention to this. He's on antibiotics, so he will recover. He's one lucky little fellow. They did call him Bruce Willis when they found him because they thought he's a tough little survivor. So, well done, little guy. Okay, just a quick update, everyone. This little fellow came in 3 nights ago, and you'll remember that he had massive neurological issues. This eye was showing swollen with white, which is normally how a frightened guinea pig would appear, the white area, but the other eye didn't, and his head was tilting in one direction. So that's typically what we would see with head trauma. Now this little guy is moving around really, really well. He has had substantial bite wounds to his face, which earlier in the video I think we filmed and you can see that. He's racing around now. He's a very lucky fellow in that one of the injuries just missed his eye, so that's fantastic. We're just going to quickly go over this with some antiseptic and make sure that the areas are quite clean and okay. So, what a cute little fellow you are. I wonder what your story is. So he had several big wound areas. We believe a cat did this rather than another guinea pig, and this being fight injuries. This is without a doubt the depth of the penetration to the area was quite severe, but more so the head trauma and where he was found in a park all sort of match typically what we would find with that injury. He was covered in ants, very lucky to be found, and he's been on antibiotics. Of course, he was on anti-inflammatories and pain relief initially, and now he's just on the antibiotic. He still needs a full course of that because there was one area in particular under here that had a very deep penetration, and we just need to make sure that nothing comes of that. So this little sweetheart has got a little while to spend with us, and of course his hair that's all over the face is where I've shaved that back the other day. He's put on weight, so he's eating really well. He's quite young. He's actually, if I had to guess, I'd say just looking at him, he'd be around 7 months of age. This little fellow is by no means not fully grown. He's probably got another 4 or 5 months before he's in a year. So yeah, he's doing really well, looking much better, loving his food.